Hi, this is Michael at TV Radio 1972, and today I am reviewing the Eton Elite Executive Multiband Radio with SSB. It's an AM, FM, longwave, shortwave, airband radio with single sideband. I originally bought this radio back in November 2019 on Amazon for $100 when it was on sale. I even did an unboxing and demonstration of this radio, but after I posted the video, I found out that the tuning wheel was defective. When I click on it, it's supposed to change speeds from fast to slow to stop. It did none of that, which meant I couldn't do any squelch, couldn't do any fine-tuning or single sideband, and I ended up returning this radio without reviewing it, and I got a Texan PL660 instead. I rebought it in the middle of January for $149.99, and prices tend to fluctuate, and actually a lot of times this receiver is not available, and sometimes you'll see it go about $130, sometimes as high as almost $200. So I went with the safe bet and paid $149.99 for it. And I have to say, the second time I tried it, the tuning wheel works, and I'm happy with it. So I'll show you what came with the radio. It came with this cover. There's a hole here for your power button, Elite Series. Inside it, you have 2 holes for your antenna to fit through, and then 4 magnets to attach to the magnets on this radio, which is in the back of the radio. And I should have showed you the back. Here it is. It also came with an AC adapter. 6 volt, 500 milliamp hours. I use this to recharge the radio without having to take out the batteries, which I run it on 4 AA batteries. They're Energizer 2300s. They fit pretty well in the radio. It also came with this owner's manual, and there's 3 languages in this book, English, French, and Spanish. And then, since I did the unboxing and demonstration before, I'm just going to show you the front and back of the box briefly. You can pause and look at that. And here, you can pause and read the features in English and French. And I'm going to do some size comparisons next. So I'll take the external wire out for now because I was listening to this before. And show you size comparison. Now, I wanted to tell you that's 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from the northeastern part of New Jersey, or 21:24 UTC. And next to the Eton is the Grundig G3 Global Traveler, a somewhat of a predecessor of it. The buttons are very similar and the layout's very similar. I'll move this stand out of the way for now. And then I have the Texan PL660, which I ended up buying instead after returning the Eton Elite Executive the first time. Now I have both radios. And okay, I will next go over the buttons on the radio and what's in front of it. We have the speaker grill here. The speaker grill measures about 2 3/8 of an inch by 3 inches, which means it is probably has a 2 to 2 1/4 inch speaker approximately. And also it has a 31-inch antenna in the back, and the dimensions are 6 and 7/8 in length, 4 and inches in height, and 1 1/4 inches in depth. Just to give you dimensions there. And on the radio, your speaker grill, Eton logo. There's a LCD display screen. And it has an amber color, but it has a dark background to it. And when it's off, it has weekday. This is day number 3, meaning Wednesday, 4:26 p.m. So you have your time. You can I have it set to, you can set it to 12 or 24-hour clock. I prefer 12 hours if I can. If not, ones that don't have it, I set it to UTC. And then your battery indicator up here. Now on top of the radio, you have your power sleep button, your lock button. Long press it to lock the radio to prevent keys from accidentally being pressed. And then you can press and hold to unlock it. You have your function keys here. F1 to F4 are used to set alarms. You can set up to 4 different alarms for this radio. And if you press F5, it'll set your steps. In medium wave is 9 and 10K stepping. I'll keep it at 10. Then it goes to your FM. It has 4 different settings there when you press F5. 87.5, 64, 87, and 76. I prefer 87.5 because I'm in the United States. Now, in all 4 cases, it ends at 108 megahertz. And then you have F6. Press and hold F6. You can either delay 5 seconds when tuning, stop when you tune, or use the ATS, in which I can ATS or auto-tune search FM stations. I'll put on delay 5 seconds, but as far as the ATS is concerned, the auto-tuning search, it'll store your presets automatically starting with page 99 in descending order. So 7 stations per page. I've gotten as low as page 94 when I did my ATS search. And then you have your F7 button. And that's when you charge the batteries. I'm using 2300 milliamp hour rechargeable batteries, some energizers, so that's what I set it. But I just wanted to show you that you can go up and down using the tuning wheel, and then press page time to set it. And then you have your time zone, line in button on the left, along with copy paste button, erase button, and then your light and edit button. The light button is used to set the lighting, brightness, and also when it's on, you can use it to edit your pages that you saved, because there's 100 pages, 00 to 99. That's where your 100 pages are for 700 memories. You can individually name your pages, which I'll show you later, but I'm just going to show you the light. There's 4 different lights. You can just have it off. 3 different settings. And then you have your numeric keypad. You have your FM button here used to go to the FM or airbands, or to press enter when you enter an FM or airband frequency. You press FM. Now the 0 button is to go to the long wave or medium wave bands, and the AM button is used to go to your shortwave bands through various meters, but it is also used to key in long wave, medium wave, and shortwave frequencies, and you press the AM button to enter that. And then there is your wide, stereo, narrow, mono buttons. Now, wide and narrow are used for all bands except FM. FM, it's used for stereo and mono. As far as the wide narrow is concerned on all the other bands, you press up and down to set your bandwidth. Then you have your RDS mode, upper sideband, lower sideband button here, and then your sync SSB RDS button here. Now the RDS is used for FM, while AM, shortwave are used for your single sideband and sync. Over here on the right, you have a reset button that's inside, so you can take a pin. There's a button inside. If anything goes wrong with the radio, you can reset it by taking a pin or something thin, and press that button inside. Your page time button, and your tuning up and down or auto tuning up and down buttons. These are used to sync frequencies or use the ATS for FM. And that is it for that. We'll go to the side. Your tuning wheel here. And you can also press it for your fine tuning and squelch. And then your volume wheel here. And then your line in, line out jack here. Now to get to the line in, you press this button. And you can put an audio device through a cable here. And you can listen that way. Similar to what the Grundig G3 Global Traveler radio does. So that's a neat feature. I'm going to go to the back. You have your kickstand here, your 31-inch antenna here, but it's a little funky, this antenna, because you have to bend it this from here and from here, depending on how you want to put up the antenna. I think it's done this way so it would fit through that case that I have, or I should say cover. That's what it really is. And then two vented cases here, your 4 magnets over here to attach to the cover. Your kickstand is here, and looks pretty sturdy, this kickstand. And then there's more information down here. Your FM, AM, shortwave, longwave, and airband frequencies. Your common ones anyway. Battery 6 volts or 4 AA batteries in the DC 6 volts. And then there's your battery door. It's captured. It's a captured hinge door. Has some foam here. And then here are the 4 AA batteries. Now the top batteries, the positives to the right. The bottom batteries, the positives are to the left. And I like these batteries. I like the batteries that I have. They're not like my Duracell 2500s, which they can't even fit in most radios. They're somehow too thick. These aren't too thick, the batteries. And nothing on the top. We have feet on the bottom here. And over here, we have your external antenna jack here. You can use it for FM, shortwave, even the airband. DX and local switch here. Your headphone jack here. Headphone experience, I like it. It's FM stereo when it's on headphones. And as far as any hiss is concerned, minimal hiss when there's no volume. But once you turn up the volume, the hiss is gone. And then this DC in 6-volt jack. And that pretty much covers the radio here itself. So what I'm going to do first is give you an FM reception report, because there's a lot of bands on this radio and I won't be able to do full band scans on this video. We're already 14 minutes into the video anyway. But on FM, I actually got 61 stations. So that is very impressive. More than any other radio I've encountered. So the FM sensitivity and selectivity are great. 44 okay to good 17 weak. But that just shows how well this is on FM. It does well on the airband as well. So, and then as for AM or medium wave, I'll give you a reception report here. I got 54 stations during the day, 36 okay to good and 18 weak signals, which is very impressive. Still more than any AM radio with AM medium wave that I've encountered. And at night, I got 104 stations, 56 okay to good, and 48 weak signals. So even the AM medium wave portion of this radio. Very impressive on sensitivity and selectivity. But I'll show you a little bit of the FM and AM bands as well. Starting with the FM. So what I'm going to do is turn on this radio. I'm just going to do it as an audio test. Go through 7 stations on my presets. I've named the pages. So here's what I have here. I'll press page time. Here it is. I keyed in FM. So basically what I do is press the edit button, press and hold the edit button, and then I can use the wheel to scroll FM. I'm only going to do it to 1. And I'll press FM. So basically, there's the F right here. Press it once and then, press page time and then I'll go to M. So here it is. I'll press page time again. Then you got to keep going until the very end. For some reason, it doesn't let you just stop it there. So that's what I'm going to do at the moment. And right now, I'll just show you some samples of the FM, mainly talk stations, although you might hear a little music on this station, WNYZLP, New York City, which is the audio of TV channel 6.
재즈는 흑인해야 되나? 뭐 이런 생각이 들 때도 있는데
맞습니다.
훈아 씨가 굳이 이 재즈 장르를 선택한 이유가 있을까요?
일단은 재즈 같은 경우는요, 시 같아요, 시.
It's almost impossible to put this before the eyes of the electorate. But in our case, we are the bordering country with Venezuela, and although Venezuela has borders with other countries, this is the major border. So if we do it, and we do it correctly, we want to set an example and a reference that can be adopted
WNYE, New York City.
There's a philosophical, values-based question here.
Major border. So if we do it, and we do it correctly,
They're
we
in
want
the
to
same
set
show.
an example and a reference that can be adopted by other countries.
WNYCFM New York City, by the way, airing All Things Considered.
Right? That all over the world, countries are either saying, we make this
people too. So you got to be poor to be a good person. Making it to being a billionaire, yes, you could be a good person, but the idea that you haven't had to do incredibly ruthless things to get there to me is very hard.
WEPN FM New York City.
But a lot of that is living in a world of haves and have-nots. Let's not make James Harden to be a have-not. Just because.
I run the biggest travel league in the 5 boroughs, and I run an bar association here. We actually played over 500 games last year, starting in May.
WFAN FM New York City.
Really aren't being discussed.
Health-wise for your team, that kids are going to really want to play, and if they don't have basketball as an outlet, and you're not taking classes on campus.
W272DX New York City, which is the FM translator of WMCA AM 570 The Mission, New York City.
We're going to make it to the finish line.
I wonder if there's a station on 102.1, an unlicensed station. Yeah, an unlicensed station on 102.1. I was wondering where that interference was coming from.
I'm really proud of my team for what they've done, the sacrifices they've made for us to get to this point.
It's our strength. I think it's one of the reasons why, for the most part, why America has been so blessed as a nation. And we have
W2768Q Fort Lee, New Jersey, with simulcast WRDR 89.7, The Bridge, Freehold, New Jersey. It has various translators. It also airs on 95.1 FM as well, from Fort Greene, New York, around New York City, and I believe 95.5 HD4 as well, WPLJ. Now what I'm going to do next is just key in some stations. I'll key in 101.5 as kind of a DX test. Yeah, this isn't the best spot, but that is WKXW New Jersey 101.5 Trenton, New Jersey, about 50 to 55 miles away. 104.7 is next. I'll try that. that could either be W284BW New York City, which is an FM translator, or WSPK Poughkeepsie, New York. The station Poughkeepsie is about 55 to 60 miles. Not quite sure. Yeah, I think from one direction it's K104 and another direction is the translator. And I'm going to try 107.9 FM as well. One more. That's an unlicensed station. And then when I move the rail to another direction, that's WEBE, Weeby 108, Westport, Connecticut. That's a good 45 to 50 miles away. So, yeah, it's impressive on FM. What I'm going to do next is the Airband. But before I do that, I want to tune into 100.3 Z100 WHTZ New York City because I want to activate the RDS. So, when I press the button, you hear stereo. When I press down, it's mono or auto. And then when I press this, it shows the format information. If I press the ULSB button, the RDS mode button, it'll show song or station information. I press it again. There's the station information right here. I have it off because of copyright music. And then there's the call letters, and they even set the time when I press it in that mode. As you can see, they do a 24-hour clock for some reason, 1642, which would be Eastern time. They don't do it in UTC.
Women's History Month. That is what March is. It's Z100, New York's #1 hit music station.
And that's it for FM. I'm going to press this button, see if there's some Airband, and then I'll press page and time button again to go to the Airband. We're during the day, so I should still be able to get Airband activity right now. Usually Airband activity is just on and off. Now here's one continuous station, 13.285, but it's very weak, so I'm going to attach a Kato T1 wire antenna here for better reception. That is from Teterboro Airport, by the way.
Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 10. Dew point -4. Altimeter 2980.
And then I'm going to try and...
127.79 Whiskey Romeo. Have a great day.
Oh, good. I'm getting some Airband activity. I'm going to try two more. Well, this page as well. Just briefly. All this Airband activity is pretty much in and out except for that one channel I showed you.
800 climbing at 3,000 in the left turn. Left turn 160.
I'll put the antenna down. No, wait a minute. I don't need it because I'm going to use the external antenna for the shortwave. So I have a shortwave page right here. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll spotlight the shortwave band. Yeah. It was coming in before, but I guess it's not. WBCQ Monticello, Maine. WRMI, Okeechobee, Florida.
مربوط به سالها قبل متوجه شدم که دست متبرک و زیبایتان شکسته بوده. وقتی به درد و بیماری و آسیب‌هایی که به جسم ما
I think this is Voice of Greece. I believe, that broadcast from Greece, it comes in pretty well here. Radio Exterior, España and Spain.
Es el primer cambio en el Barça para intentar hacer alguno dentro del área y vamos a ver Trincao por quien entra. Yo creo que Dembélé, pero vamos a verlo.
WWCR, Nashville, Tennessee.
Another way for them to get into our pockets. Of course we are.
Radio Nacional de Amazonia in Brazil. I think it starts around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time. And it looks like I'm not getting Radio Havana, Cuba right now. Let me try WWV. 10 megahertz. A bit weak right now. And I'll try 15 megahertz. I don't think I'm going to get on 5. Yeah, not on 5 megahertz. Now, I have posted shortwave single sideband activity. I won't be doing it in this video, but I posted videos. You can search my channel for that. And right now, I want to do the medium wave AM band. So, I'll give you a little sample of that.
Safely. I mean, nothing is not thought of here. Incredible customer service. Look, not every lawnmower is built the same. You need to make sure you have a reliable engine, sturdy frame, plenty of operator comfort.
A 25-year-old girl hitting on that young girl at that wedding, and there's even a picture of it. She looks horrified. Not even terrified, horrified, which I would be too.
The start of the pandemic, and many Asian people in New York have been changing their behavior as a result. Just ahead, we'll take a look at an Asian-owned business that is changing how it operates.
Avenue, we had a crash in one lane, was blocked. The northbound side of the west side from 12th Avenue right up to the outbound GWB. The east side from the 30s up through the RFK Bridge.
Get a hold of somebody's home title and the value inherent therein. The title documents to your home online right now. The thief can find that home title deed and then forge your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home to him.
Symptoms of lightheadedness, low energy, and shortness of breath. While each hour, I'm Jovisa Chapman on the Black Information Network.
Time now for traffic and weather.
On New York's BIN 1600.
And I'm going to try a couple of semi-local stations. WBWD 540, Islip, New York, around 50 miles, 10,000 watts during the day, low power at night. And I'm going to try 740, WNYH, Huntington, New York, almost 40 miles away, 25,000 watt day, 43 watts at night. And I'm going to try a distance station. I will try 1210 WPHT. That's about 75 to 80 miles away. And I think I'll even try 1080 WTIC, 95 to 100 miles away. And very impressive here. And you know what? I know this is going to go more than 30 minutes, but I think for this video I'll go 31, 32 minutes. Because I wanted to show you the line-in function as an audio test there, and then my final thoughts. So what I'm going to do is attach this cable here, press the time zone button, time zone line-in button, and then I can play something for the audio library. This is probably going to be a 31 to 32 minute video, which I try not to do, but there's so many features on this radio, that's what I'm going to do. This is from the YouTube audio library, by the way. And I just wanted to show you a sample of that. So, as far as my final thoughts are concerned, I like this radio a lot. I am very impressed with it. There's a lot of features in it, which makes it a little harder to use. I mean, even the single sideband could be a little tricky, and the squelch could be a little tricky, which I never showed you there. But like I said, I have videos already on using the single sideband for shortwave. You can search my channel for that. Like I said, a little tricky to get the sideband, but all you really have to do, and I'll demonstrate this to you briefly. So basically, if I want to press, well, there's a sync button here, which you can set to upper sideband, lower sideband, but the sideband button here, if I press it to slow, it'll go to various bandwidths such as 4, 3, 2.2, 1.21, and 500 Hertz. But I can also fine-tune using this button. So if I wanted to go up like this, I can go up like this, or I can go down like this. It goes from 0 to minus or plus 99. So that's how that part of it works. So I just wanted to show you that particular function. As far as final thoughts, like I said, I'm very impressed with this radio. Just great reception on FM, Airband, AM, shortwave depending on the conditions. I get non-directional beacons, but I need to put on single sideband. But I haven't really used that function for long wave yet. As far as the sync function is concerned, pretty good in my opinion. I have no complaints about it. Although I like the one on the PL660 better. I like their sync better. But overall, you know, easy to carry. I guess what I don't like about it is the antenna. Don't like how the antenna is, but it kind of has to be that way in order to fit in this case. And I also don't, while the display is fine, it would be very hard to see outdoors. And that's kind of my problem with the display screen. I mean, indoors it's great, but outdoors would be very hard to see in my opinion. So as far as a rating is concerned on this radio, well, I have to consider the quality control and cost as far as giving this a rating. So, I know it may seem a little low. I kind of wish they sold this just a little bit lower, maybe more in the 120 range instead of 150, but I understand it's a high demand product and I happen to like it. So I have no complaints about it. So I will give it an 8.5 out of 10, which is about 4.25 stars. Because its reception is just very impressive to me. That's the best part about this. So if you like this review, give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to my channel. So have a good week, everyone. Stay safe and God bless. Bye-bye.